Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Gardening with Grayson. In today's video, I'm going to be working on a couple of these planters up by my front entrance. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay everyone, so these are the two containers that I'm talking about. These have been at my front entrance for a few years, and at the moment I have hostas planted in them, which are perennial, and it's just time for a refresh. So I have these huge obelisks in them, which they've got a little bit of rust on them, so I'm going to be taking those out and I'm going to be giving them a new fresh coat of Rust-Oleum in black. And then these containers actually are made of resin. So I'm going to go in and prime these containers first, and then I'm going to spray paint on top of it. And then we are going to go in and replant these with Coleus, because this is on the north side of my home. I'll show you a little bit more step by step of how I'm going to transform these two planters on the front of my house, which I've loved for years, but it's just time for a refresh. So let's get after it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is digging out these hosta. Now I'm not sure how root bound these are, and this is the old fern that died, so I'm going to dig this out. I apologize for the airplane noise. I'm using my Hori. This is a great tool. You have to be careful with it because it is sharp. This is a great tub, by the way. I picked this up at Michael's, I believe, a couple of days ago on sale, and I just thought it was a great, nice lightweight tub. So now on to the hosta. And on to the second one here. These are going to look so much better, you guys, once we get all this redone. You may be able to see a little bit of this edge over here where I've tested the primer. It looks like it's going to do very well. There we go. These are heavy obelisks. I found these years ago by a local artisan. I'm here in North Carolina, small town outside of Pineville, North Carolina. There was a local blacksmith, an artisan, who made these beautiful obelisks. And they are twisted, and they have a beautiful fleur-de-lis finial on the top, which I matched to my welcome flag with the fleur-de-lis. So there you have it. These are probably 5 feet tall, and they're massive and they're heavy, and I get tons of compliments on them. So we've got the hosta out and we are ready for the next phase. First thing that I'm going to do is give these just a nice little brush down. Now this is just a little scrubber. It's not a wire brush or anything like that. And by the way, I did not plan that this brush would match my gloves. Anyway, luck of the draw. So anyway, we're just going to give these a quick brush down. Now I'm not going to spray paint these all the way down because this bottom part is going to be in the container. So I just want to knock anything loose off. Now some people think that the rust or the patina really make them look nice, and I agree, but when I first purchased these several years ago, they're probably at least 10 years old, They were nice and black and beautiful, and you know, I just want to bring them back. And so I'm going to be using the Rust-Oleum. This is the enamel, gloss protective enamel, superior coverage and durability. I picked this up at my local Home Depot, and there you go. Give it a good shake. And I'm gonna start out kind of low with these just to make sure. Oh yeah, it's immediately amazing. Hopefully, I'm sure some of y'all are probably gasping that I would ever consider covering up the patina. But for me in my situation, I think I'm gonna love them back black. We started the obelisks just the other day, and we've got those painted black, and the next phase is to get the planters primed. So they are made out of a styrofoam, so I tested an area and they started to absorb the spray paint. So that told me that I had to prime them first. So what I'm gonna be using is this Rust-Oleum. It's Painter's Touch, and it is a primer. So I believe that you can see that, hopefully, and I'm going to get after this project. So stand by. I'm going to be using this little scrubber to kind of scrub away any debris, any dirt or pollen that may be left on these containers. And I'll do that first before I start spray painting. So Okay, everyone, clearly it's a new day and I couldn't be more happier with how the containers and the obelisks turned out after spray painting them, just to freshen them up and make them look brand new. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I could not be more happier with them. I think that they turned out great. These are about a 14 to 15 inch square container. These have been here for years and it was just time to get them refreshed. So these are the obelisks. I have had these for years. A local artisan in my area fashioned these and I think that they look great. Again, they started to rust out on me and it was just time to get those refurbished. Just went ahead and color echoed. My front door is black and my house is gray, so I thought that it would be a great color to do them in, and the fleur-de-lis finials on top just kind of set them off. It also mimics my welcome flag, which is also a fleur-de-lis, so I thought that with the touches of black in the welcome sign, the black front door, I just figured that I would do these in black and I couldn't be more happier. So let's get these containers planted up and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. And these are the plants that I selected for these containers. I have Coleus, old-timey Impatients as I call them in magenta, and a variegated ivy that is for shade. There's a sun-loving ivy and there is a shade-loving ivy. And the reason I love this one is because of the variegated margin. So this light area around the green on the ivy really brightens up any shady area. With this being the northern exposure of my home, there's tons of shade, a little bit of sun. I figured that the burgundy would pair well with the gray of my home. The variegation and leaf on this leaf here mimics the exact color of the magenta, the coolness of this Impatience bloom. So it's just the exact color that is in that leaf to me. So the burgundy, this one reminds me of stained glass. I love Coleus because of their love of the shade. You can't go wrong with them. They're great for beginner gardeners. Also, they propagate very easily. You can come in and just pinch these, what they respond very well to, and just pop those in another container and voila, you have another plant. And then also the ivy, which will be my spiller. And these will mound up and be great. And also in the fall, when I pull these annuals out, the Impatience and the Coleus, then this ivy can continue to grow. And then I will also hopefully start to train that up the obelisk. So the obelisk in this case is going to be my thriller. It's going to go right in the center and I'm going to fill in with all of these. Now how I'm going to place these in the container, I haven't decided yet. So let me get my camera set up and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and top these up with a little more soil. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to place the variegated Coleus in the center, and I'm going to ring around the outer edge with the burgundy. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some of my slow release Proven Winners continuous feed fertilizer in. So we're just going to kind of work this right in. All right, so that's right in the middle. So now let's decide how we're going to do these. I hope you all are going to have a lovely Memorial Day weekend. If you're grilling out or going to a parade, or if you're watching fireworks and just saluting our country, to all the men and women of the service and armed forces and who have protected our country over the years, this is a nod to you. There's container number 1. This is walking up to the front. As you can see, these 2 obelisks, the pots turned out beautifully. The obelisks have a new coat of nice spray paint, black, which mimics and color echoes the front door, as well as my fleur-de-lis flag here, the welcome flag. And I could not be more happier with these. They look terrific. And these are substantial containers, you guys, substantial pots. Another look at the obelisks. But look how the fresh coat of black just plays well with everything else around us. So okay, everyone, that's going to do it for this project. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and drop me a comment in the section below and let me know what you think of the obelisk and the containers, and also the plant selection. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.